Here we are, fifth graders, with Module 3, Lesson 11 problem set. You're going to be able to subtract fractions numerically. We're going to go ahead and find those like units, and we're going to subtract. No more drawing of those rectangular fraction models. So let's go get started with the first problem. All right, for number one, we have to generate equivalent fractions to get our like units, and then we get to subtract. So let's go ahead and zoom over to 1C. And you can see that we have 7/8 take away 3/4. And so we need like units. 8s and 4s are not the same. We need to make them the same by listing the multiples of 8 and 4. So I'm going to go ahead and do 8. I'm going to do 8, 16, and stop at 24. Because I think I know what the multiple that they'll share. Let's list the multiples of 4. We're going to do 4, 8, 16. We can see that there are 16 they both share, and they both share 8. So we're going to pick the lowest one. So 8 is going to be our like unit, but we do not need to change 7/8. We just need to change 3/4. So I can go ahead and say, okay, 3/4. I'm going to multiply that by 2, and that will give me a new fraction to be out of 8s, and that's going to be 6/8. And so if I write the expression now with the new fraction, I have 7/8 minus 6/8, and my difference, or my answer, is going to be 1/8. Let's go ahead and circle that as our final answer. Let's go ahead and move over to D and look at, so on this problem, you can see that our units are not alike, they're different, and let's go ahead and list the multiples of 5. I'm going to go ahead and do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'll stop there. I'll list my multiples of 8 to see if I have any matches. So we have 8, and then we have 16. 8 times 3 is 24. After 24, 8 times 8 times 4 is 32. And 8 times 5 is 40. And so you can see we do not have a match yet, but I noticed that our numbers are getting bigger on the multiples of 8, which means I should probably extend my multiples of 5 to see if I get a match. So after 25 is 30, 35, and then 40. And so 40 will be the number that we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2/5. And I'm going to multiply that by 8. And the reason why I'm saying it's 8 is because 5 times 8, it gives me 40. And that's the like unit that I'm going to actually be using in my new fraction. 2 times 8 is 16. So I have 16/40. 3/8. I'm going to go ahead and multiply that by 5. And I'm going to get 15/40. And so you can see right here that I have new like units. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the expression with our like units. Don't forget, we still have that one whole that we're going to need to write down here. So we're going to have one whole and 16/40. That's the same thing as 2/5. Take away 15/40. And so you can see that if I just look at my fraction 16/40, take away 15/40, that means I would have 1/40 left over plus this one whole right here. So I would have one whole and 1/40. Let's circle that as our final answer, and let's move on to 1E. All right, 1E, as you can see, we do not have like units, and so I'm going to list my multiples of 10. I'm going to go 10, 20, and I'm going to stop at 30 because I know if I count by 6s, I can get to 30. The question is, can I get to 10 or 10 or 20 by counting by 6? So my multiples of 6, I'm going to do 6, 12, 18. 6 times 4 is 24, and 6 times 5 is 30. Nope, so 30 it is. I'm going to use that as my new like unit. So I'm going to take 3/10 and I'm going to multiply that by 3 because 10 times 3 is going to give me 30, which means my numerator, the top number of the fraction, is going to be 9. And now I'm going to go ahead and take 1/6, and I'm going to multiply this fraction by 5, because it will give me a denominator of 30 and a numerator of 5. And so now I can rewrite the expression. Remember, I have that 1 whole up above, and 3/10 is the same thing as saying 9 over 30. Take away 5/30. And so just looking only at the fraction 9/30, this is bigger than 5/30, so I can take away 5 from 9, and that would give me 1 whole and 4/30. Now, one other thing that we're going to do here is this numerator 4 and this denominator of 30 are both even numbers. And whenever there's an even number on top and bottom, we can actually divide each number, the 4 and the 30, by 2. And now we're going to go ahead and simplify this fraction. It's going to be the equivalent, but it's going to be a fraction that has bigger pieces. So I'm going to divide 4 and 30 by 2. So that means the new fraction is going to be 1 whole, and 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 30 divided by 2, or 30½ is 15. So we can also have the answer of 1 and 2/15. Let's circle that, and let's move on over to F. Okay, for F, you can see we do not have like units. We're going to go ahead and figure out what the like unit is going to be by listing the multiples of 3. So you have 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. I think 15 is the number that we're going to use. Let's list our multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15. So right there, 15 is our new like unit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1/3, and I'm going to multiply that by 5. So my fraction is out of 15ths, and my numerator will be 5. I'm going to go ahead and take my 1/5 and multiply that by 3, so that my fraction is out of 15 pieces, and the numerator is going to be 3. And so now I'm going to rewrite the problem. I'm going to make sure that I don't forget the whole numbers up on top. So I have 2 and 5/15. Take away 1 whole and 3/15. So what we can do first is actually take our whole numbers and just subtract the easy whole numbers. 2 minus 1 is going to give me 1. And now we're going to look at the fraction 5/15, 3/15. Well, good thing 5/15 is larger. I can take away 3/15 from this 5/15. So 5 minus 3 is 2, and my denominator stays the same. So this is my final answer. Let's go ahead and circle it. And the last one on this page, we have 2 mixed numbers, don't have like units. And so let's list our multiples of 7 and 3. So I have 7, 14, and the third multiple would be 21. I'm stopping here because I know that 21 will be in my multiples of 3. Let's see if there's going to be a 7 or a 14. So I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Unfortunately, we could not get anything smaller than 21, so 21 is our new like unit. So let's go ahead and change 6/7, and let's multiply the 6 and the 7 by 3, so that the new denominator will be 21, and the numerator is going to be 18. Then we have 2/3. We're going to multiply that by 7, and that will give me a new fraction of 14/21. So now using our fractions that have like units, we're going to add them to the whole numbers, and then we're going to subtract. So we have 5 and 18/21. Take away 2 and 14/21. And now I'm going to go ahead and just subtract my whole numbers. 5 minus 2 will give me 3. And then 18 21st, take away 14 21st, will go ahead and give me a like unit of 21st. And then the numerator would be 4. And let's go ahead and circle this as our final answer. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next page. All right, so number 2 says, George says to subtract fractions with different denominators, you always have to multiply the denominators to find the common unit. So for example, here's the problem that he had. And he's saying that if you multiply the 8 and the 6, which is 48, that is going to be your only denominator, which is actually not correct because we have to show George how he could have chosen a different denominator smaller than 48. And then we have to solve the problem. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the problem. We have 3/8, and we're going to take away 1/6. Let's go ahead and now list our multiples of 8. So we have 8, we have 16, we have 24. After 24, 8 times 4 is 32. After 32 is going to be 8 more would be 40, and then 48. So this is where George says 48 is the only like unit or common unit. So if we list our multiples of 6, we have 6, then we have 12, then we have 18, then after 18 we have 24, and right there you can see that we could also use a new denominator out of 24 as well. So if I go ahead and take my 3/8 and change them out to be 24ths, I'm going to multiply the 3 and the 8 by 3, because 8 times 3 is 24, and then 3 times 3 is 9. Now I can take my 1/6, I can multiply that by 4, because that will give me 24ths, and my numerator will be 4. And so now I can subtract. I have 9 24ths, take away 4 24s, would give me a difference or an answer of 5 24ths. Circle that as our final answer. And the last one, number 3, Mei Ling has 1 1/4 liters of orange juice. Let's go ahead and circle that. It says she drinks 1/3 of a liter. The question says, underline it, how much orange juice does she have left? So the left is a key word that we're going to subtract. So we're going to take 1 1/4, and we're going to take away 1/3 from it. So let's go ahead and figure out what the common unit's going to be, or the like unit. So I'm going to list my multiples of 4. I got 4, 8, 12. I'm going to stop there because I know 3 will have 12 in its multiples. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 it is. We're using 12 as our new common unit. So we're going to take 1/4, and we're going to multiply that by 3, because that's going to give me a like unit of 12, and my numerator is going to be 3. And 1/3, let's multiply 1/3 by 4, because that will give me a denominator of 12 and a numerator of 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the expression with our like units now. I'm going to say that this is going to actually equal 1 whole, and 1/4 is the equivalent to 3/12. So I'm going to put 3/12. And then I'm going to take away 1/3, which is the equivalent of 4/12, since we need our 12ths to be the like unit. Now, hopefully you're seeing something that we're like, uh-oh, roadblock, stop sign, what are we going to do here? Because if you imagine there is actually no whole number, it's going to be 0. So if you did the whole numbers, it would be 1 minus 0, which would be 1 whole. And then you would look at your fractions. This would actually be 3/12, and then you would take away 4/12. Well, think of it, if you have 3 fingers, can you take away 4? No, you can't. 3/12 is smaller than 4/12. And so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make this 3/12 be a bigger fraction so I can take away 4/12, which means this 1 whole has to be turned back into a fraction. Well, 1 whole as a fraction out of 12 pieces is going to be 12/12. And now I'm going to add that with the 3/12. And by doing that, 12/12, which is technically 1 whole, plus 3/12 would give me 15/12. Now 15/12 is bigger than 4/12. That means I can take away 4/12. And 15 minus 4 is going to be 11. And 12 is going to be our denominator. So here's our final answer. So this one was a little tricky. So let's write our sentence down for the question. How much orange juice does Mei Ling have? So Mei Ling has 11/12 of a liter. And the reason why it's of a liter is because 11/12 is smaller than 1 whole of orange juice left. Finish that with an ending punctuation mark. And here is our sentence. And that will end this lesson, lesson 11 for module 3. I'll see you on the next video.